Lisa from Hello Happy here with another video in my How to Read Crochet Patterns series. Today I've decided to be an elf because this is the internet and I can do whatever I want. Today's pattern is that, or this, is my scarf coffee sleeve. Is a concept I came up with like a year before I made it. I thought it was a cute idea. You could crochet a scarf for your coffee and then you could make a matching one for yourself and be really ridiculously extra. So feel free to make one for yourself if you are that kind of person. I love it. Anyway, that's the pattern that I'll be using to teach you how to read crochet patterns today. Like the previous video, this one is not going to be a hands-on tutorial from me. I'm just going to go through the pattern and just walk you step by step. I'm not going to make one because I don't feel like it. Like all the previous videos in this series, you gotta already know how to crochet. This ain't gonna teach you that. It is only going to help you start to read patterns. So go ahead, click the link in the description to go to my website and bring up the post with the pattern in it, and we'll get going. And I'm no longer an elf. The filter lost me. So go ahead and read through the supplies list. Obviously it's really simple, you just need yarn and a hook. I did use Swish yarn from We Crochet / Knit Picks, and I will say it is on the thinner side of worsted, so take that into account. You may need to adjust the first row to do fewer stitches so that it's not too loose on your cup. And because size can vary so much with what yarn you use and your own tension, I do recommend having an actual coffee cup to test it on, because obviously if it's too loose, it's going to be worthless, and if it's too tight, you won't be able to use it. So please do have a coffee cup that you can test it on. I recommend just doing like 2-3 rows and then seeing how it fits, and then frogging and either adding or removing stitches as necessary until it fits correctly. This pattern is a little more advanced than any of the patterns I've done so far in my series. It's still not difficult, but it might use stitches and terms that you have not done before or seen before if you're like a super new beginner to crochet. Again, I'm not going to teach you how to do these things, but there's probably 800 other people who have put videos out teaching how to do these things, so you can look anything up at any time and someone else will help you. Alright, so to get started on the sleeve, it says make a foundation row of 31 half double crochet, or you can chain 32, then turn, and then half double crochet into 31 chains. I do recommend you go ahead and learn how to do foundation rows, because you get a much clearer sense of the actual length of your project. You know, with chains, it can end up being longer or shorter than the actual chain you make first once you put stitches into it. I highly suggest you get familiar and comfortable with foundation rows. You can do any one. You can do a single crochet foundation row, double crochet foundation row, half double crochet foundation row. So, and this is half double crochet foundation row. So that's what the first step is. And for row 2, you chain 1 and turn, and then half double crochet front loops only. My filter, I want to be an elf. There we go. Half double crochet through the front loops only, going across the whole row. Half double crochet produces 3 loops. The one that's in front of you while you're looking at it, the one facing you, is the front loop, and everything else is on the back. So it says front loops only. It's just this one front loop. Just go through that one front loop. Leave the back 2 open. Don't crochet into those. If you need more help with front loops only half double crochet, that's absolutely something you can just type into YouTube and learn to continue on. The next chunk of rows, you're just gonna repeat what you just did. Chain 1, turn, and then half double crochet through the front loops only. And then the final row, you do single crochet through the front loops only. Don't do half double, do single. and then you finish off with a long tail and you sew the short ends together. The seam is going to be hidden so you can make it as sloppy as you feel like. I really do thumbs up like at the end of every statement, don't I? Finger guns, changing it up. You can see the pictures on my blog. I did a really sloppy job sewing the two sides together because again, you're not going to be able to see it. So you move on to the fold over piece and it's the exact same process, just different stitch counts. So you should be able to figure that out on your own. I believe in you. And now that's it with the crochet. There's no more crochet left to do. So you just have to sew them together. Follow my instructions on my darn website because I could not for the life of me sew that piece on in the correct direction. It took me 3 tries. My brain just couldn't. And then you add fringe, and then you add a little hidden stitch along the bottom to keep the piece on, which makes sense if you read the post. I'm not explaining it well, but that's what reading is for. So we've reached the end. So hopefully you've made an adorable little scarf for your coffee cup, and I hope you had fun making it, and I hope you are feeling more confident about reading patterns. Pass this video along to your friends who crochet. Follow me here on YouTube, on Instagram, etc. And that'll about do it. Bye!